Arrest made in arson case. Pat Tillman's brother suspected in post office fire. In a shocking turn of events, Richard Tillman, the brother of the late NFL player and U.S. Army Ranger Pat Tillman, has been arrested on suspicion of arson following a dramatic incident where a car crashed into a post office in San Jose, California. This incident, which occurred early on a Sunday morning, has raised numerous questions and concerns, particularly regarding the circumstances surrounding the crash. On July 20, 2025, at approximately 3 a.m., local authorities received reports of a vehicle ablaze in the lobby area of the Almaden Valley Station Post Office. Firefighters and police quickly responded to the scene, managing to extinguish the flames without any reported injuries. However, the post office building suffered significant damage as a result of the fiery collision. Richard Tillman, aged 44, was subsequently taken into custody and booked into the Santa Clara County Jail on charges related to arson. The investigation is currently being handled by federal postal inspectors, who are delving into the reasons behind the car's crash into the post office. Notably, investigators have discovered spray-painted messages on the building, and there are claims that the driver may have live-streamed the incident as it unfolded. However, the exact connection between these messages and the crash remains unclear at this time. One of the pressing questions that has emerged is whether Richard Tillman was impaired while driving, but authorities have not yet provided any definitive answers. This uncertainty adds another layer of complexity to an already troubling situation. The Pat Tillman Foundation, which honors the legacy of Pat Tillman, has been contacted for a statement regarding the incident, but no response has been received as of yet. For those unfamiliar with Pat Tillman's story, he famously paused his promising NFL career with the Arizona Cardinals to enlist in the Army following the September 11 attacks. Tragically, he lost his life due to friendly fire while serving in Afghanistan in 2004, a sacrifice that has left a lasting impact on many. As this story continues to develop, anyone with information related to the incident is urged to reach out to postal inspectors at 877-876-2455. What do you think about the circumstances surrounding this incident? Could there be more to the story than what we currently know? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Crazy arsonist crashes into post office, causes massive fire. In an astonishing event, a man found himself behind bars on Sunday after allegedly crashing his vehicle into a post office located in San Jose, California. This reckless incident occurred in the early hours of the morning, around 2:30 a.m., and resulted in a fire that significantly damaged the facility, as per the local police report. Fortunately, there were no reports of any injuries stemming from the blaze. However, the fire did wreak havoc on the structure, especially at the front where the vehicle made its entrance. San Jose Fire Battalion Chief Josh Staley highlighted that the flames were brought under control roughly 90 minutes after they were first reported. But here's where it gets controversial. Some may have likely gone up in smoke during the chaos. This fire was labeled a two-alarm situation, necessitating the response of 3 fire battalions from the city. According to Battalion Chief Staley, the collision activated the fire, with the driver identified as 44-year-old Richard Tillman, also from San Jose. Tillman found himself in police custody on charges of arson and was being held as of Sunday afternoon. He is scheduled to appear in court this Wednesday. Compelling video footage captured the scene, showing the vehicle with its rear end smashed into the building. Investigators suspect the incident was intentional, although the motive behind such a dramatic act remains unclear and is still under investigation, as stated by authorities. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service is leading the inquiry into this peculiar incident, but thus far, there hasn't been a prompt response to requests for further information. While many might wonder what would drive someone to commit an act like this, it's a topic ripe for discussion. What do you think? Could there be underlying reasons that we are not considering, or is this simply a shocking act with no rhyme or reason? Share your thoughts. Breaking: Pat Tillman's brother arrested after intentional car crash into San Jose post office. In a shocking turn of events, Richard Tillman, the brother of the late NFL star Pat Tillman, has been taken into custody following a dramatic car crash that resulted in a fire at a post office in San Jose, California. This incident, which occurred early Sunday morning, is currently under investigation and may be viewed as a deliberate act. The San Jose Fire Department responded promptly to the scene around 3 a.m., where they found the Almaden Valley Post Office engulfed in flames after a vehicle had collided with the building. This information was shared through a social media update from the fire department, highlighting the urgency of the situation. According to the United States Postal Inspection Service, USPS, which is responsible for investigating crimes related to postal facilities, the vehicle's crash into the post office led to the subsequent fire. Richard Tillman, identified as the brother of the renowned NFL player and U.S. Army soldier Pat Tillman, was arrested at the scene. The USPS has indicated that investigators are treating this incident as a potential act of arson, raising serious questions about the motivations behind the crash. Reports from various media outlets confirm that the 44-year-old Richard Tillman has been booked into the Santa Clara County Jail on charges related to arson. Pat Tillman, who gained fame as a player for the Arizona Cardinals in the early 2000s, made the courageous decision to leave his football career behind to enlist in the U.S. Army Rangers in 2002, motivated by the events of September 11, 2001. His military service in Iraq and Afghanistan was widely covered by the media until his tragic death in 2004. Initially reported as a combat casualty, it was later revealed that he had been killed by friendly fire, a fact that the Army only disclosed after his memorial service. This revelation led to significant backlash from both fans and Tillman's family, who accused the Department of Defense of concealing the truth to protect the military's reputation. In 2007, a Pentagon report classified Tillman's death as accidental, but the controversy surrounding the circumstances of his passing continues to evoke strong opinions. But here's where it gets controversial. How should we view the actions of Richard Tillman in light of his brother's legacy? Is there a deeper story behind this incident that we are yet to uncover? We invite you to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Do you agree with the investigation's direction, or do you think there might be more to this story?